A soldier wrapped a hard bar of soap in a towel, pulled it tight, and created a handy weapon. This kind of weapon could inflict excruciating pain without leaving any visible marks on the skin. In the early hours of the morning, a group of soldiers crept up to the bed of the fatty soldier. They covered his mouth and pinned down his upper body with a blanket. Then, they took up the weapons they had prepared and began beating him mercilessly. His painful cries filled the dormitory, but his comrades showed no sign of stopping. After most of the soldiers had taken their turn, even the squad leader, the only one who had been kind to him, was urged by the others to hit the fatty. When everyone was done, they warned him.
Remember, it's just a bad dream, fat boy.
Following this incident, the previously honest and kind fatty began to lose his smile, his gaze becoming sharp and dark. He no longer trusted his comrades, preferred to act alone, and was often seen talking to himself while handling his weapon. The squad leader didn't know what to do about it. In the days that followed, the fatty trained intensely, achieving perfect scores in shooting assessments. His remarkable progress left the instructor convinced he was no longer a failure. Over the 3 months of training, he transformed from a simple-minded fatty into the top recruit in the entire battalion. As the training ended, they were about to be deployed to the Vietnam battlefield. The day before they left, the instructor assigned everyone their roles, with most being placed in safe logistics positions. Only the fatty was assigned to the front lines as an infantryman, marking the beginning of his journey into battle. On the last night in the training camp, the squad leader heard the sound of bullets being loaded in the bathroom next door during his patrol. He carefully opened the door and walked in, shining his flashlight to find the fatty loading ammunition. His eyes were now filled with murderous intent. The squad leader was terrified by this sight but tried to maintain his composure, telling the fatty to stop, warning that if the instructor found out, everyone would be punished. But the fatty was resolute, standing up and mimicking the motions from their rifle drills.
Back shoulder! Right shoulder! Lock and load!
The fatty's sudden shouting woke everyone, including the instructor, who stormed into the bathroom and began berating him. The squad leader quickly informed the instructor that the fatty's weapon was loaded with live ammunition. Seeing the terrifying look in the fatty's eyes, the instructor began to fear him, his tone softening as he tried to persuade him to put down the weapon and go back to sleep, assuring him that everything would be fine in the morning and he would leave the camp. But the fatty didn't listen. He raised the gun and aimed it at the instructor.